All right, let's try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leo season. It's going to be filled with fire, passion, and heat. So much so that I am having trouble adjusting to the energy without being kind of a dick. So please bear with me. Of the things that have awoken for Leo season, we have the sun, which now has 6 sunspots on it, because we are heading towards solar maximum, which we should get to in 2025. And the sun is waking up and roaring. And we will keep an eye out for stuff. Unfortunately, that means that we are going to see a surge in heat and heat waves and in wildfires. And I would guess possibly volcano eruptions. This is, I think, the Dixie Fire in California. It is erupting pretty bad right now, causing some problems and some evacuations. The monsoon situation in the southwest is a bit off the charts. Just 2 hours ago, Las Vegas was under a severe flash flood, and a large portion of the southwest is under a flash flood warning and watch. But you know, weird weather is not confined to just the USA. We had a water spout in Sochi, Russia, earlier this morning. Yeah, I mean, 2021 definitely has dangerous disaster movie elements to it, especially the visuals. Blimey, you got major freaking heat waves hitting over in the Europe. And remember, a lot of times you get like pulses. You'll get the heat pulse, and then you'll get the rain pulse. But if you're unlucky, you'll just get the heat pulse, then you'll get the drought pulse. But if you're looking for cool and coldness, I found some. It is in the very southern tip of Africa. So there you go. But, I just want to say again, I think the second half of 2021 will be a bit dangerous, and be prepared for surprises. We've got a ring of fire pattern coming up for late July into early August, which is also called Leo season. With the central U.S. ridge expanding east, this can mean prolonged 90-degree heat in the Tennessee Valley. Occasionally, heavy storm clusters can form along the periphery of this ridge and impact parts of the east. So you got like a lot of fires over here. You got a lot of rain over here, and then there's a bunch of smoke and lightning. Here, this sums it up better. You can see a lot of the just lightning, and especially in the monsoonal regions. And then Florida's getting busy with it. We're watching this weird low system over here, which is going to pull off here, could retrograde back in. It's not going to be a cyclone or a hurricane, so we're not that worried about it. Although Florida and I believe parts of the southwest are under flood watches for the next week. Yep, we're talking rain. So you got your flood watches here, and then over there, down at the tip, and then kind of in the middle. You're watching out for chunks of severe weather up here in the north tonight and tomorrow night. And then, like I said, heavy rains will be down. You guys will be getting quite a bit of rain over the next 48 hours, over here and over there. And then some storms up in the northeast. I went outside in Texas. It drizzled on me. That was neat. Yeah. The Tamarack fire has jumped the highway and is causing evacuations. There's definitely a fill of photographs of a spooky sun. People hospitalized with the coronavirus in Florida are hitting levels we haven't seen since February the 8th, which is really scary because February the 8th was in the middle of winter. I've warned you guys, the next 6 months, it's going to be rough. We're only halfway through the coronavirus. Usually pandemics last 2 to 3 years. So the next 6 months, I ask everybody to stay cool and play defense. But, this it could get scary and crazy and crappy again, man. Just letting you know. All right. Okay. We just had an evacuation order for the area around the Paradise Fire, which is not good news. If you want good news, I aim to please, I'll give it to you. Michael Palmer letting us know that for now, which is like the first week of August, supposedly the hurricane season is still going to stay very calm. That is good news. But what we're worried about is like a middle of August where you got like boom, boom, boom. You got like hurricanes lined up in the Atlantic. A lot of signs are pointing towards a very active hurricane season around the middle of August. So let us enjoy this time and make our preparations. Remember, once again, if you do get flood insurance, you bought a new home, it takes a month for that to kick in. Could this be the last image ever from Ghost Satellite 17, which suffered a spacecraft anomaly? I don't know. Stay tuned. Like I said, most of the severe weather in the USA over the next 48 hours will be in the very north part of the U.S. and into Canada. Watch out for that. My city and county just raised the alert level from, I think it was yellow, to back to orange. I live in Houston, Harris County. And hey, for those who have been enjoying our cool and wet summer, your luck will be running out soon because Jupiter's about to retrograde back into Aquarius, and it's Leo season. But yeah, they're predicting even hotter than normal, next month. Jonathan Erdman and Alex Lamers reminding people this is not an ordinary flash flood threat in Arizona. This is for Friday. WPC upgraded to a moderate risk of flash flood caused by excessive rainfall for Friday, primarily in parts of Arizona. This is rare in these areas, easily less than once per year on average at any given location. So that's going to go from like Tucson up to Prescott, and then you'll get a lot of rain even in the yellow. So please be prepared. Okay, can I take a moment to say you guys are great, have been fantastic. We just entered Leo season. I had to go to the emergency care because I had a staph infection on my stomach the other day. Well, that was like $280, and the heating bills have been much higher. So I really want to go to the ocean and go out this weekend, but it would take you guys bumping up my allowance or giving me a bonus. So if anybody out there would like to contribute to THORnews' Have Some Fun This Weekend fund, I would greatly appreciate it. Right now it is not in my budget. Okay, great. And thank you, and I love you. Life is short, might as well enjoy it now. Anastasia Pavlenskaya. Rolling Loud per Preps. It appears a stage has collapsed on the site where the music festival will be held this weekend. Sold-out concert will be taking place at the Hard Rock in Miami Gardens. Well, maybe they'll have it fixed. What is with shitty-shoddy architecture lately? I don't know, man. I be working hard for my money. The evacuation zone and road closures that were in place as a result of yesterday's explosion and fire at the Dow Chemical Bayport have now been released. Yeah, they had another fire and explosion down south at the coast here in Texas. Okay. I heard a rumor that a bunch of websites and apps were not working, and apparently Akami says the outage was caused by a software configuration update that triggered a DNS system bug. Okay, wonderful. All right, a rat caused a stir in Spanish Parliament. No, I'm not making this up. Spanish Parliament freaked out because there was a rat there. I wish I could have said that to you in Spanish, but I only know un poco Espanol. I wanted to marry a Spanish-speaking bilingual person, so eventually I'd learn. But the best laid plans of mice and men. I was trying to make a rat joke, but it didn't work. Rounds of wet weather will continue to inundate parts of the southeast United States this week. So you get all the flooding over there, and then it'll kind of switch over here. Yeah. So we've at least got a week left of more floodiness. Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange who? Orange, you glad to see me? Yeah, I'm sorry. Happy birthday, Selena Gomez. But yeah, the whole July monsoonal rain. El Paso, Texas has seen 445% above average. So is St. George, Cedar City, Flagstaff, Tucson, and more is on the way. I don't know how long this video is going to go because I'm trying to give you guys the full business because I really, really, really want to go party this weekend. Here, Doom Junkies, I'm even giving you some Doom candy. Although this didn't happen, this is totally fake. Here you go. Whoa. Brooks Garner, a tropical depression may form this weekend in the waters off the Georgia coast. If it does, where might it track? Most systems of which here go northwest, east, away from Florida. But two in the last 20 years, we're talking Beryl and Edouard, did come our way. So, yeah, I'll be tracking that, man. So even though it's supposed to be a quiet hurricane season, Mother Nature can always surprise you. You got Typhoon Infa strengthening as it moves towards China with a huge threat for flooding rain. And they just have endured some catastrophic flooding. Them and then Belgium and Germany and the Netherlands. I think we may see some more catastrophic flooding before the year is out in the USA. Fire, smoke, and floods. Man. And if you're brand new and you're like, I would like to contribute, but I don't know how. Oh, well, I got a Mailbox One. I got a PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, Patron. And a whole lot of love for everybody out there who's always been so good to me. I appreciate you guys so much. There's no way I would still be y'all's Planetary Defense Commander if I didn't really appreciate y'all. Because, the whole truth community has been like some really weird gang war since 2015 when it got all super political. And I didn't join a gang. I started my own Coal Asteroid Fight Club, and you guys are great. Fraser Kane. Incredible. Astronomers see a moon-forming disk around a newly forming planet. Can I see that in like 247 frames? Wait, that didn't even make sense, my math. Anywho, interesting theory, buddy. Definitely an interesting theory. I know, they used to tell us that the moon smashed, like another planet smashed into our moon, and then so that formed our moon. I guess maybe now's another time to talk about it. We can talk about it later. This is a soccer game versus players. What the hell is that? A Dust Devil. I came in at the wrong time. Hopefully will be short. Anyhow, they were like, hey, let's all play some soccer. And then a Dust Devil was like, I hate soccer. You guys should be playing baseball. And they were like, all right, let's go get our bats. I promise maybe one day my sense of humor will return to top notch. Here it comes. Like, what the heck? Everybody run. Whee! I thought I saw something fly out of the frame. Maybe I didn't. Oh, there's a dude. Holy crap. I'm not laughing at him. Take back all my laughs. I hope he's okay. Oh boy. More monsoon flooding this afternoon in our yard. She is a fan of Arizona. So I'm assuming this is Arizona. But just because you're a fan of Arizona doesn't mean you live in Arizona. Here it comes. Do I have your attention? Yeah, the whole thing that may or may not float off the coast is supposed to go back in the ocean, and it could retrograde back towards Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. And so we'll have to continue to monitor it. This is tomorrow night's Danger Zone. There has been a lot of talk about Tether being the weak link in cryptocurrency, but as Katie Martin, quote unquote, says, remarkably, crypto traders didn't seem to give a shit. Until they do, whenever that may be. That rain in China, they got 201 millimeters of rain in a single hour. That's a lot of rain, man. And in a city for over 10 million people. And like if you think about it, I think Florida only has 10 million people. Texas has 20 million. California has 30 million. So that city is as big as Florida. A lot of people this week were very upset that rockets are shaped like penises. And so they created a kind of flying thing that looks like a giant butt. So hopefully that will appease everyone, Grimes has suggested they stop the gatekeeping of indie music because she needs money for music videos, etc. Because contrary to popular belief, her boyfriend does not fund her career. Grimes is in the news because she was thanking a rapper for buying an entire planet. I believe it was Wasp 147B. And so she was like, hey, congratulations on being the first person to own your own planet. And I thought at this point, Elon's trying to own Mars. I don't know, man. People get all hung up on who own ownership, and that is one bad thing about Leo season is people get really possessive over ownership. Maritime law, space law. What's it talking about? Here it is. Documentation almost complete for Little Uzi Vert to legally claim Wasp 127B. This is huge. First human to legally own a planet. Neural link. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to burst your bubble, but from what I had heard, the Church of Latter-day Saints, when you die, you get your own planet. So he's definitely not the first to own it. Man, I'm going to need to do better than these jackass jokes if I'm going to party this weekend. It is so hot in Dubai that the government is artificially creating rainstorms. Yeah, I've been saying for years, they manipulate the weather, but I do not believe they fully control it. And if they wanted to hit us in the face with Category 5 hurricanes, they could. When was the last time we got hit in the face with a Category 5 hurricane? That was 2018, bro. All right, smoke 'em if you got them. A lot of times I get shit because people are like, you are too hard on Donald Trump and you're too nice to Biden. All right, so let us flip the script. I want to thank Trump because Atmospheric Defense Team came online during that amazing Selena Gomez concert that was held for just a small amount of people. It was so cool. I wish you were there. On July 11th, 2019. And from that point on, it looks like we have American hurricanes mildly under control. Asterisk, hope. Don't get your hopes too up. Wait, what? So that happened under Trump and Space Force because you got all these dudes putting up rockets and satellites. You're going to need sheriffs, man. Saying that for a while. So you're going to need sheriffs as Silicon Valley is trying to get all the average Joes to pump their money into crypto while they put up satellites and start owning planets and shit. Anyway. And so that was good news. Now here's the bad news. Now some that Biden totally screwed up on, and other people did. They told everybody, hey man, if you get vaccinated, you are not going to catch the coronavirus. And clearly that is not true. The data suggests that if you get vaccinated, you can still get the virus. You're probably not going to die. You're probably not going to get hospitalized like 99.5% of people who are dying now are unvaccinated. But through the messaging, and even now Biden saying, hey, if you get vaccinated, you don't get the virus. But that's not true. You can still get it, but you probably won't die from it. But I still think there's a chance. I mean, that virus, I don't know, man, it's nasty. I would say avoid it either way. There are people out there who are like, oh, it's a hoax. It's no big deal. And I'm like, well, fine. Go get the virus and be sure and come back and leave me a review. And I've had people say, hey, I got it. It was no big deal. And that, to me, that means you're lucky. I didn't handle it so well. They're like, you're fat. You're a smoker. And I'm like, that's true, but that shouldn't be a sentence of death. Anywho, this is not a subject I want to talk about because it triggers everybody all the time. But yeah, I think, just being for the 6 years that they were trying to sell everybody a grand solar minimum, they were promising you, guaranteeing you that we were going into 1,000% chance of grand solar minimum. I was like the only guy, and I've had so many hackers, so many haters, so many fights, so many things, just to be the 0.001% of the true community was like, we're probably not going into grand solar minimum, man. And they aren't too happy that there are 6 sunspots in the sun right now because they were wish casting. They're like, we're geniuses. Our QAnon science, we know exactly what the sun's going to do. They were telling everybody for 6 years. Now they're saying, all right, it may not be this time, but like, the next solar minimum is going to be the grand one. It's like, you can't do. I mean, I guess the QAnon shit, he made a bunch of predictions that never, ever, ever came true. And people were like, hey, that's no big deal. We like the fact that you get all your predictions wrong. And hey, if that floats your boat and gives you a boner, I'm not going to stop you. Just don't take that boner anywhere near me, man. Oh my God, cracking Earth's magnetic field. We're all going to die. That helped me. That helped me raise beer money for the weekend. And ocean money. And maybe eat out money. We'll see. Yeah. Geomagnetic storm watch. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening. We are in the future now, and the future is rarely boring. Spoop. I guess smoke even if you don't got them. So Tokyo's trying to have a Olympics during a pandemic, which to me is really crazy and weird, and I wouldn't advise it. But they don't listen to me. But they're also going to have a typhoon, maybe, during the Olympics. So that could definitely be problematic. Yep. Leo season, fire season going to be lit, and it's kind of been lit. It's going to be bad, though. China also got hit with a destructive tornado in Baoding, Hebei province yesterday. Officials probably emerged ever as Lake Powell plunges towards dangerous new low. Yep. It's weird how many problems there are with infrastructure and bad planning and lack of teamwork in 2021. Like I said, the China situation in Xingzhou was really bad. There's a lot of smoke. I mentioned that already, but here I show you an interesting graphic representing all the smoke. I would guess that Taylor's always playing mind love games with like 12 different dudes at once. Who knows? And it's really improper for me to speculate on shit like that. Am I right? All right. I wonder if I'll ever get unshadow banned. And if you fall asleep while watching my videos, it increases the chances you're going to dream about me. Just letting you know. Have I run out of shit to talk about? The Gulf is super hot, and even this part of the Atlantic is pretty dang hot. So we need to be ready for mid-August hurricane season. Another point that I have disagreed with 99% of the truther community on is they've been telling people for a year and a half that governments have been over-reporting the deaths. I've been guessing they've been under-reporting them. Like China, we all pretty sure they underreported. India's actual death toll from COVID-19 could range between 1.3 million to a staggering 5 million people dead. You know, like a month or two ago, I was showing all the videos of the coronavirus, like people having to burn their family members in the towns and streets, and that was causing part of the wood shortage. People were burning their loved ones that had died from the virus. And remember, the virus is like a giant monster that we're battling, and it has resurfaced in a major way again and again and again somewhere else. And so we could be next under the gun. So I just trying to prepare you guys for at some point, if you get a bunch of people dying, people have no choice but to lock down. And then there's going to cause major civil unrest where people don't want to lock down. Everybody's sick of the coronavirus. People are losing their mind anyway. And so the main thing, to watch is the hospitalizations in the USA, and they are spiking now. 3 celebrities in my lifetime that I wish would have lived 10, 20, 30 more years. Mitch Hedberg, Robin Williams. Robin Williams here saying he doesn't know how much value he has in the universe, but he does know that he has made a few people happier than they would have been without him, and as long as he knows that, he's as rich as he ever needs to be. And so I know that I've made people happier, and I made people laugh, so I'm grateful for that, although I would like to be rich enough to go party this weekend, if that's okay. I don't know, I'm Johnny All Work, No Play. Although H and I have put Silver Blue Sun, our band, back together, we've been having a practice every Tuesday night, and that is amazing. That is so much fun. That is so enjoyable. I'm grateful for so many things. Speaking of people being triggered, weather Twitter always gets triggered by Inga Sarda Sorensen because she always puts filters on her photographs. So the weather people are like, she's evil. She uses filters. And I'm like, whatever, teach their own. Minor geomagnetic storm watch for July 23rd, which is tomorrow. That's not a hot Jupiter. That's the sun. These cars in the river are from the Colorado floods that just happened. Yep, that's car on the river. Hope you got your mixtape out before. But hey, man, we're survivors. The flash flooding in Colorado was really, really, really bad. And no matter what, we are under severe flood watch till the 28th, and then we will reassess until after that. The whole world is short-staffed. So please be kind to those that showed up. We love you. And that's why I try to be super nice to y'all, because you guys showed up for me, and I super appreciate that. It's okay to disagree on stuff, bro. Let's try to dial it back to like a 2012 mentality before the world went super crazy. More and more people are talking about age. They're like, I feel old. And I don't know, since I was like 30, I felt like 1,000 years old. So it's all relative to me. Selena Gomez is 29. So let's say hypothetically, I started dating Selena. People would be like, that's gross. You're 20 years older than her. And it's like, is a 29-year-old woman dating a 49-year-old man really that big of a deal? And would it be okay to flip the gender roles? Because a lot of times there were like rich 49-year-old men dating not as rich or not rich at all 29-year-old women. Where like you flip the script. So it'd be like a rich 29-year-old woman dating me who's not rich at all. Then, you know, I keep hearing about these gender role reversals. I still can't believe she bought a new house in California. Anyway. Yet another fire sparked by another gender reveal party. That's just so weird. All right, I guess I'll wrap up this video. It's been a super active solar July, weird July. Man, and July still got like 9 days left in it. This has been one of those months that feels like a year long. Okay, appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I want you to have a great weekend. Stay cool. And I'll talk to you in the near future. Hopefully I'll get the gumption to either go live and hang out with you guys or make another super badass edited video. I want to do one on the moon wobble. We'll see though. Okay. God bless everyone. Stay cool.